The planet right now. Fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
Oh, sure.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Taila Santos, height 5 feet 6 inches, 168 centimeters, reach 68.0 inches, 173 centimeters. Record 22-4-0 was more than just a fighter. She was Dakota Ditcheva's most despised rival, the final boss standing in her way. Santos had thrown shade even before stepping into the cage, commenting on Dakota's posts and taunting her with a Barbie belt remark, reducing a world-class athlete to a stereotype.
The final, and I know she's commented on one of my posts before saying she wants Barbie's belt.
Her career had its own turbulence, a 6-month ban for steroids. But when she returned, the stage was set for perfect retribution. Walking into Riyadh with confidence and arrogance, she aimed for the $1 million prize. But for Dakota, the money was secondary. This fight was personal.
11 knockouts, 1 submission.
Refusing to touch gloves, Dakota made her intentions clear. This wasn't about respect, it was about payback. Every move, every strike, every calculated decision was fueled by anger and preparation. The fighter once mocked as a Barbie would now deliver justice. Not with words, but with an undeniable display of skill and dominance.
Now has an opportunity with these double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job by Ditcheva.
Let me tell you about Taila Santos. This isn't just some random opponent. This is a 2-time UFC title challenger who came dangerously close to submitting Valentina Shevchenko, one of the greatest female fighters of all time. The record, 25 professional fights, almost twice as many fights as Dakota at the time. Former UFC flyweight title challenger, dangerous Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, known for her submissions and ground game.
Side of the octagon.
Oh. And how about that? Shevchenko a little slipper. She tried to take Santos down. And now Taila.
Santos is a grappler. Her game plan is simple but deadly. Close the distance, secure the body lock, take you down, submit you, or ground and pound. She's strong, she's powerful, and she's ended rivals with that dangerous Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The problem? She got caught taking oxandrolone and clenbuterol, banned for 6 months. But that didn't humble her. If anything, it made her more dangerous when she returned.
This is amazing. Got the back, got the neck crank so far. Can she get it under the chin? And this is what I said to Valentina. I said at some point, when you zig...
Now let's talk about Dakota, the Barbie Ditcheva. The record, undefeated streak through PFL 11 knockouts, 1 submission at the time, daughter of former kickboxing world champion Lisa Howarth, training at American Top Team with larger women, British-Bulgarian striking specialist.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
Oh!
Yeah. And a power.
Pain ain't cheap.
Right hand.
Treats.
Fighting style, Dakota is what happens when you combine elite Muay Thai clinch work, long-range striking with devastating kicks, matrix-level head movement, underrated grappling defense, vicious body work that crumbles opponents. She's dangerous from both stances. She switches seamlessly. And unlike most strikers, she's not afraid of the clinch. She welcomes it. Those knees, they're fight enders.
Right on the money, baby. What a kid.
Her reach advantage isn't just physical, it's technical. Every time you try to close the distance, you're eating jabs, leg kicks, and that signature front kick to the face. When they finally met in Saudi Arabia, the disrespect was real. Santos had mocked Dakota, putting on lipstick to make fun of the Barbie nickname. Dakota, she walked out relaxed, but when the bell rang, she refused to touch gloves.
Coat on the black skin made a strip for me. She never fucked nobody without telling me.
Right back. Oh, big knees. Big knees.
Round 1. The statement from the opening bell. Dakota went to work. Long-range game, kicks and jabs. Santos tried to draw her in for the takedown boom. Big right hand that hurt. Santos grabbed the body lock, but Dakota was too strong even in grappling. Dakota let her back up, stayed patient, spinning elbows off the fence. That front kick, stamping Santos's face. Santos showed her championship pedigree though. Landed takedowns, showed her grappling levels. But Dakota's takedown defense? Superb. She escaped every time and turned up the tempo. The leg kicks were brutal. With every kick, Santos's lead leg became more bruised, more swollen.
Defeated in the blue, Taila Santos, a one-time UFC title challenger in the black. First moves forward. Oh, huge kick to the face. Ditcheva showing off all the weapons. And she has Taila Santos hurt
Deep for sure.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again.
Round 2. The domination. By round 2, Dakota was in the matrix, evading shots like neo-brutal counters to every Santos attack, knees to the body that tested Santos's conditioning, elbows that opened up damage. Santos's only plan was to wrestle, but Dakota shut it down. The damage was grotesque. Santos's body and liver brutalized face showing serious wear, but Santos wouldn't quit. That championship heart, the finish. Then Dakota smelled blood. Wild elbows, 2-piece and a soda. Santos in trouble. Championship fight over. Dakota wins the PFL, America belt, and $1 million prize. But she wasn't done. Dakota put on lipstick in the center of the cage, mocking Santos's earlier disrespect. Pure dominance. Here's the honest breakdown.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Very comfortable.
Switches back.
Jab. Oh, lovely combo.
Santos's advantages. More experience. 25 fights versus fewer for Dakota. UFC level competition faced elite grappling credentials. Championship-tested cardio fought Valentina Shevchenko twice. Dakota's advantages. Size and reach, superior striking technique. Better takedown defense than expected, youth and speed power in both hands and legs. Underrated clinch game, the reality. Could Santos be the next Dakota? No. Here's why. Different paths. Santos is a grappler who relied on strength and PEDs. Dakota is a pure technician who's been training since childhood. The eye test. Dakota made Santos look ordinary. She neutralized every advantage Santos had. The ceiling. Dakota is still improving. She's younger, faster, and has more tools in her arsenal.
Very comfortable.
Switches back.
Jab. Oh, lovely combo.
That sounded sweet. Come here.
Cheek down the middle to the chest.
Right knees up the middle. Goodness me, Santos. Think she's in real trouble here, Adam, right?
And you've got to be able to find that within yourself. And at the moment, they're both searching for that, let's face it. There's a dark place where a person has to go to say, look, it goes beyond sport, it goes beyond stamina, it goes into the depths of your soul. And at the moment, these girls have got to find it, and it's going to be in this round where we'll see who wants it most. It's a very close fight, an interesting fight, and I've got nothing but respect for both girls, but we'll see. We're going into round number 5, Gab. No, I'm only joking, Birmingham people. Here's some of the action then, Gab.
Yeah, you can see there, look, the distance there. Brady's right on us straight away. Doesn't give her a chance to work at all. Just throwing anything at her at the moment. Again, those kicks landing. There's no power in them at all because she's bouncing.
You know, but look at that beautiful balance. She's got all the technique, but I don't know whether it's a little bit of stamina is just a little bit of an issue. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Hannah Brady.
Well, making her way to the ring then is the Cat Fun Tip Fen Fatal, Hannah Brady. Kiapon very strong, pure Muay Thai technique, chained by drop pop Kiapon tip. Maria Chu, Maria Kiapon tip should say. And Kiapon tip as well. Simon Chu, it's a family affair. But Hannah Brady is very, very strong, comes forward, means business, we'll see.
Dakota Ditcheva versus Hannah Brady, Muay Thai, late 2018. This was the night Dakota Ditcheva faced disaster. Her opponent came in with a 10-2 record, not a prospect, not a stepping stone. And before the fight even began, she crossed a line no one ever had before.
And I'll knock her mother out too after I'm done with her. I will knock this dumb bitch out. And I'll knock her mother out too after I'm done with her. Dakota, I'm coming for you. Be ready, you dyke.
Starts to melt the Scottish fighter and lands two big right hands.
Woohoo! Makes quick work of Claire Rankin. And look at the work to celebrate.
She disrespected Dakota's mother, saying, "After Dakota, I'm coming for her mother." She promised to break Dakota. She promised to make her cry in the ring. This was the first time Dakota Ditcheva faced a real fighter after her loss to Amy Perney. And the result? No winner. Yes, you heard that right. The fight ended in a split decision draw.
In the red corner, Dakota Ditcheva!
Here's the stats then. 30 fights, 12 wins and 1 loss for Ditcheva. 15 fights, 10 wins, 4 losses.
Late 2018 was a pivotal moment in Dakota Ditcheva's early career. Coming off a tough loss to Amy Perney, Dakota was facing questions about her abilities, her resilience, and her readiness to compete at the highest levels. That loss had shaken her confidence, and the fight against Hannah Brady was supposed to be her opportunity to prove herself, to regain momentum. Instead, she stepped into a storm. Brady was not only experienced and technically proficient, but she also brought a level of psychological warfare that Dakota had never encountered. The disrespect and threats aimed at her and her family added a personal edge that intensified the stakes. This fight was no longer just about Muay Thai. It had become a test of character, heart, and mental toughness.
Hannah Brady, fight out Kiapon tip. I think the fight record is 23 fights, 16 wins, like three or four knockouts. Like saying on paper, I can't remember exactly. I don't give up, and I think I've put a bit of pressure, so I'm kind of a bit annoying. That's probably the good character. Yeah, I don't give up basically, and I'm not scared of anyone or to fight anybody.
Hannah Brady came into the fight as a seasoned professional with a 10-2 record. She was the kind of fighter who thrived in pressure situations, using clinches and forward aggression to wear down opponents. Her style was brutal yet effective, combining relentless physicality with a clear game plan to frustrate more technical opponents. For Dakota, this was a stark contrast to the fighter she had faced before, including Amy Perney. Brady was experienced enough to neutralize Dakota's sharp striking, to disrupt her rhythm, and to push her to her limits both mentally and physically. The combination of skill, aggression, and psychological manipulation made this fight the most dangerous challenge Dakota had faced in her young career.
Straight away. She's not waiting. She's not taken a step backwards once during this entire fight.
I don't think Ditcheva's getting hurt at all.
From the opening bell, the difference between the two fighters was apparent. Brady charged forward immediately, closing distance and forcing clinches. She was uninterested in long-range exchanges or traditional scoring techniques. Instead, she used her strength to smother Dakota, pressing her against the ropes and leaning into her to sap energy and patience. Dakota, meanwhile, attempted to employ her typical strategy: precise kicks, counters, and movement. She landed cleaner shots when space was available, but Brady's relentless approach limited her effectiveness. For the first time since her loss to Amy Perney, Dakota was being tested in a situation where her usual dominance was neutralized. This was survival Muay Thai in its purest form.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Very comfortable.
Switches back.
Jab. Oh, lovely combo.
That sounds sweet.
As the rounds progressed, the clash of styles became more pronounced. Dakota Ditcheva represented technical mastery, long-range striking, timing, and calculated counters. Hannah Brady represented relentless pressure, clinch-heavy control, physical strength, and constant disruption. Every time Dakota found an opening, she landed sharp and impactful strikes. But Brady refused to allow her room to breathe, tying her up and slowing the pace. It was an ugly fight by conventional standards, but it was effective. The beauty of Dakota's technique was constantly challenged by the pragmatism of Brady's forward pressure. This style clash made the fight intense, unpredictable, and mentally exhausting for Dakota.
As Ditcheva's got more fatigue, Gavin, she's scored better.
Yes, yeah.
You know, because she can't move as much, so she stays in distance and has to throw technique. But she has got an abundance of...
She stopped thinking as much as well. Yeah. She's kind of just got a remote control a little bit the last couple of rounds, and she's looked better. Even though fatigued, she's looked better.
Yeah, Brady, who my first time on watching Brady, but I have heard about her, and she's a clinch monster. A bit like Latin Swan. Who's coming forward and just trying for knee for knee.
Adding to the difficulty was the emotional factor. Brady's words and threats had rattled Dakota, introducing an element of personal conflict that no opponent before had managed to exploit. For the first time in her career, Dakota showed visible emotion in the ring. She wasn't panicking, but the pressure and disrespect were clear. The combination of physical challenge, the lingering psychological effect of her previous loss, and the emotional attacks from Brady made this fight one of the toughest moments in her career. Fans watching could see that Dakota was human, vulnerable yet resilient. By rounds 4 and 5, exhaustion became a major factor for both fighters. Brady maintained her forward pressure, continuing to force clinches and smother Dakota, hoping to control the pace and win by disruption. Dakota, despite being visibly drained, continued to land cleaner and more powerful strikes whenever space allowed. The difference in approach was evident. Dakota fought to assert control and win, while Brady fought to survive, frustrate, and disrupt. The battle became a contest of endurance as much as skill, with both fighters giving everything they had. When the final bell rang, neither fighter was sure of the outcome. Both raised their hands in uncertainty, reflecting the chaotic and contested nature of the bout. The judges rendered a split decision draw, leaving the result officially undecided. For Dakota, this was an emotionally complex moment. On paper, a draw is not a loss, but in context, coming off her defeat by Amy Perney and having been emotionally and physically challenged throughout the fight, it felt heavier than a mere tie. The fight exposed weaknesses and taught lessons that would prove invaluable for her future career.
Mona Kimura, that's where it's at. The real-life Chun-Li. I covered her 2 weeks ago. As a quick recap, she only uses her legs. Almost. She uses her kick as a jab, but she's a trained boxer too. Trained boxing her whole life. Trained karate her whole life. She's fit. Great. And she completely annihilated her first 2 opponents.
Exploding across social media, with millions of views in only a few days, a 23-year-old kickboxing sensation from Japan has everyone talking. Fans worldwide are now debating one big thing. Could Mona Kimura be on the verge of overtaking Dakota Ditcheva as the biggest name in women's combat sports?
This is the most disrespectful domination I've ever seen in kickboxing. These fighters train years to master complex combinations. But Mona Kimura said, "Nah, I'm good," and picked one move from Taekwondo. This cut kick became her square button, and she was not letting go. Look at her opponent's face. She's already shook. Step in, eat a kick. Throw hands, eat a kick. Breathe wrong, believe it or not, eat a kick. Then she got really disrespectful, dropped her and pointed. Back to back to back to back. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. At this point, just take the L and go home. Mona really said, why learn 100 moves when one move does the trick? Real-life Chun-Li just broke the game.
On one side, you have the real-life Chun-Li, a fighter with only 3 professional fights, who's racking up 10, 20, even 50 million views on social media. On the other side, you have an undefeated champion with a perfect 15-0 record, who just won $1 million.
Found the real Chun-Li.
Yeah, one button melee is taking the fight game by storm. Shorty only throw punches to confuse her opponent.
Yeah. Get that?
Heard you like feet. Shorty must have practiced the